You know, one of my goals for 2025 is to read at least one book a month. You know what I'm saying? So the book that I'm reading this month is called The Hustler's 10 Commandments. Now, my daughter's teacher gave her this book when she was like in 10th grade, I think. And my daughter, she's like 32 now. So I've been reading the book, and the book basically tells you about hustling. You know, whether you have a business, whether you're trying to promote your books like moi. I do have 3 books on Amazon, and I do promote my books, but I haven't been doing it lately. You see what I'm saying? So I got to get back on that. But this book right here is basically about your network is your net worth. Image is everything. These are the first 2 chapters. The 3rd chapter is the early bird gets the worm. Now, we all know that saying, and the early bird does get the worm. The person that gets up early in the morning always makes the first monies. Just know that. It gets lonely at the top. Now, I haven't gotten to the top, so I don't know how lonely it's going to get. But, baby, it's kind of lonely now trying to get up there. So, I can just imagine. But this book right here, it guides you, you know, to get into the top. It guides you with success in your businesses or whatever you're trying to be successful in. You know, it helps you stay motivated daily, and it takes you through the steps of hustling, like success where opportunity meets preparation. Business is personal, but you don't mix business with personal. Everything is negotiable. Everything. These are just the chapters in the book. And the 8th chapter is, it's not what you know, it's who you know. Now, I know a lot of us have experienced that. You know, I have done that. Like, for instance, one day I was trying to get this space. I think I was having a party, or I forgot exactly what it was. But I didn't get the space just by calling the people and talking to the people, whatever. I got the space through someone else. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew them. So with that being said, if they knew them, they trusted me because the person referred me. You feel what I'm saying? So if the person that referred me was a good person to them, then they feel like I would be as genuine as that person. So with that being said, it is who you know. It's who you know these days. You know, you it's a lot of things that you can do if you knew people that work in that industry or work, you know, that's their profession, or they can help you out in some shape, form, or fashion. And on chapter 9 is, it takes dough to make bread. And it does. It does. Even with my Easter baskets that I'm making, even though a lot of the items in the basket are penny items, including the baskets, are penny items, I still have to go buy the wrap. I still have to go buy the tape. I still have to buy other things to incorporate into the baskets as well. So I have to spend money in order to make money. I have to spend monies in order for the basket to look presentable and professional, as if they bought it from the store, love. I have to spend that money in order for them to purchase it from me making a sale, and that's me making money. So people, you just can't jump out there and think, oh, it's gonna work out, it's gonna work out. No, it's not. The only time it'll work out, like if you having a yard sale and you already got the old shit that you gonna sell, You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, even if you're selling cupcakes, you have to buy the cupcake mix. You have to buy the frosting. Even if you baking it the old-fashioned way, you got to buy the sugar, the butter, the flour, the flavoring, things of that nature. So, yeah, you have to spend monies to make money. And then just talking about cupcakes, let me piggyback off this story that I saw on YouTube. It was about this lady, y'all, and I think she was getting ready to get put out where she stayed at. She had about 3-4 teenage children. They did everything that they could to make the ends meet, to pay whatever they needed to pay, the mortgage, the rent, or whatever. So they was in the last few days of having to pay it. And they went and just had a yard sale and just damn near sold everything that was in the house besides the beds that they sleep in and the clothes and shoes. So with that being said, you know what the mama went and did? She didn't have that much money. I think that lady said she had like maybe $30, $40. She went and bought some cake mix and some frosting and stuff. She bought the least ingredients to make cupcakes in order for her to make the monies to keep the roof over her and her 4 children's head. And guess what? She been making cupcakes ever since, and it's been booming through the roof. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm saying that to say this. Sometimes it don't take a lot of money. Sometimes it take your last to be successful. You feel what I'm saying? But if that what it take, and her, I feel like she was a real hustler. She was a grinder, baby. And she came up with something at the very last minute that kept a roof over her children's head. And she been hustling that cupcake business ever since. She ended up in a little space, She made enough money where they can get a little space and have a cupcake business, and been booming ever since. So yeah, it takes money to make money, but sometimes it don't take a lot of money, y'all. Sometimes it don't take a lot of money. And I'm gonna tell you like this, because let me give you another example. You can go to the motherfucking thrift store, Goodwill, and buy a lawnmower. Put a gallon of gas in that motherfucker. It's springtime, and start cutting some grass. You ain't got to be no trimmer or no edger. Just cut people grass, especially in the elderly people neighborhoods. You feel what I'm saying? And that could be a weekly job for you. You know that you can depend on them $50 and above dollars weekly or bi-weekly. You know what I'm saying? That's extra income in your pocket, and that could be income in your child's pocket. So yeah, purchase a lawnmower, put a little gas in there, make sure the lawnmower's straight, make sure it got a little oil in there. You're gonna spend a few dollars, but you gonna make triple, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, 6 times, 7 times, 8 times, 10 times more than what you pay for that lawnmower and that gas and that oil. Just know, cause baby, from here on, spring finna hit on the 21st. I think that when spring flow on in this motherfucker, March the 21st or whatever, up until October, November, cutting grass. So yeah, you gotta spend a little money to make a little money. And the last chapter on this page is know and believe in thyself. So you got to believe in yourself. Yeah, this book right here, The Hustler's 10 Commandments, and you can see how old it is. You can see how bent up it is. You can see the old writing in it and everything, you guys. But let me tell you something. It's good to read something at least 2-3 times. Because, baby, you can read it one time and go back and read it a second time, and you can seek more. You feel what I'm saying? You can enhance a little bit more knowledge. You be done skipped over something, or something just jumped out at you for reading it a second time that could benefit you. So with that being said, pick up a book at least once a month. That'll be 12 books that you done read in a year, and that'll be knowledge that you have gotten in a year. So, what you think about that? That's one of my goals for 2025. Reading one book per month. And then as I read the book, I'm going to come to y'all with the knowledge of the book so y'all can get on board with what I'm reading about too. See, this kind of shit right here can help somebody. You ain't got to be done graduated from college. You can sell candles and benefit off this book. You can sell sweatsuits, t-shirts, books, motherfucking glass bottles. Bitch, sell the fish some water. Like, come on. So yeah, get some books that can benefit you throughout your lifetime as well. But you know, entertainment books are good too. Cause you know, I've said this a lot lately. These motherfuckers ain't writing these books and these stories and these plays and these movies and all this shit just off the top of their head. That shit done came from somewhere. You feel what I'm saying? It been some kind of action or something going on when it came to that book in order for them to write that book. So, yeah. All books, I feel, are a lifetime experience. Even my book, A Blessing for Gorgeous, it's a lifetime experience that a lot of children have experienced. You feel what I'm saying? And a lot of children can learn from my book, A Blessing for Gorgeous. And you can get my book off Amazon, love. You ain't got to do nothing but put my name in there. Regina Hood Ramey. Yes, and it's gonna pop up, all 3 of my books. So yeah, The Hustler's 10 Commandments. But we need to start reading, because they put a lot of stuff in books, and they know us, we don't like to read. They put a lot of stuff in newspapers, but they know us, we don't like to read. And speaking of newspapers, don't tell me my newspaper ain't down here. Oh, there it go. Speaking of newspapers, I went to Augusta to visit my brother. So I went over to my niece's pool house, and the newspaper was in her yard. So I picked up the newspaper, took it in the house, you know. And they say they don't read the newspaper, so I brought it on home, because wait, it might be something in this newspaper that interests me that I can benefit from. You feel me? So pick up something and read it, you know. It don't take but 10 minutes a day, you know, 30 minutes a day. Hell, you be on your phone goddamn 8 hours a day. So why not pick up something like a newspaper or a book and read it? We need to do a challenge. Everybody chime in every month and I put it on my post, the book that I'm reading, and you put under my post the book that you are reading for that month. And I'm going to do it every first of the month. So guess what? I'm going to be finished with this book by the 1st of April. And on the 1st of April, I'll be starting with another book. And that's when I post the first book. And y'all come in and put y'all books under the post as well. Because we need to do some reading around here. You know what? If you are reading, guess the fuck what? Your children gonna start reading. They gonna be seeing you reading, and they gonna start the fuck reading. Just know that, cause they replicating what the fuck you do. Just know that. So you think if my grandchildren went over here, if my grandchildren was over here, and I was sitting here reading this newspaper, do you think that they would ask me, Grandma, what's that? Grandma, what are you reading? Yeah. Would your grandchildren ask you? Let me see it, Grandma. And then I'm going to tell you another thing them children do. Y'all know it, because they do it when it comes to other shit. They'll act like they ain't interested. And then I'll put them motherfucker down somewhere and come back and catch them reading it. Grandma, you know they had that pecan pie in there. You'll make that pecan pie. Let me tell you what they said you guys put in it, Grandma. I'll be back. You know, come back. Peace.